Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we're in is Regulation E. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, you all, we are back with a new team, and today it's going to be a team built around Fezandipiti. So I really wanted to try this mon out. As you know, previously on the channel we featured Monkey Dory as well as Okidogi. So now it's time to see what Fezandipiti can do and how good this Pokemon can be. In my opinion, this is the better of the three as far as support. I think Okidogi is the better of the three as far as like offense, right? And I think Monkey Dory kind of like falls in like the middle with like being like a little bit of support and a little bit of offense, but it's kind of the worst out of the three. But I think Fezandipiti is a much better support mon than the other three, and because it has Dazzling Gleam and Icy Wind, Dazzling Gleam is actually a support move on this set because it has a chance to poison and badly poison, right? And that's good for like ticking down things and getting them in range of being knocked out by like Flutter Mane, Urshifu, and Choice Scarf Landorus. So that's kind of what you want to do when you lead Fezandipiti. I don't think this is a mon that you ever want to lead in the back, right? It does all of its work up front, like setting up Tailwind, taunting threats like Amoongus and things that want to set up Trick Room, slowing things down with Icy Wind if they go for like Tailwind of your own to match yours, and then just getting things chipped down with Dazzling Gleam is really valuable. While Dazzling Gleam and Icy Wind don't do that much damage, after they poison and after a couple of turns, they're doing a lot of damage, right? Because the poison starts to add up. And then we have Normal Tera on this just because we already 4 times resist fighting. So the Normal Tera gives us like to be neutral against everything. And this Fezandipiti has a lot of bulk investment, so nothing's really able to one-shot it that's hitting it for neutral, right, without a crit. And even crits, it still survives those, right? And the idea is that you just want to be able to get your moves off. We have Covert Cloak, so we can't be faked out on lead since we're not carrying a Protect or like a Ghost Tera, right? And that's going to be the idea behind the Fezandipiti. Next, we have Iron Hands. This is a pretty standard Iron Hand set with Fire Tera, Heavy Slam, so that you're able to remove other opposing Fezandipiti and Flutter Mane or Sylveons or anything that wants to Tera into Fairy, right? And Iron Hands is just a really consistent mon. The core of Iron Hands, Amoongus, and Landorus is something I just wanted to throw on this team to give it kind of like, I wouldn't say, to kind of balance it out, make it so that we're able to go up against like other gimmicks and other like niche strategies and be able to win. Because in order to beat like gimmicks and niche strategies, you need consistent mons, right? And like Iron Hands, Amoongus, Landorus is a core that's pretty much good into any core that people can bring to you. It just depends on how you position them, right? And then we have Flutter Mane, you know, to round out that core. But it's not the most consistent Flutter Mane because we don't have Thunderbolt on it and we are carrying the Choice Specs. I think the most consistent Flutter Manes right now are going to be the Booster Energies. But with this Choice Specs Flutter Mane, the ideas behind it is with Amoongus and Fezandipiti, if you afflict those statuses on your opponents, then Choice Specs Hex with Ghost Tera is just one-shotting everything. Like, it's doing so much damage to across the board. And then, of course, we have Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam. And last but not least, we have Urshifu with Dark Tera and Focus Sash. So the Focus Sash is to give you some extra survivability against things that want to be able to one-shot Urshifu, since we aren't carrying like a defensive Tera. And now you're able to go for those Swords Dance, and when your opponent is playing like passive by like switching around and going for like redirection and things like that, when they're not threatening Urshifu with a lot of damage, getting a single Swords Dance up while you're on Tailwind is completely game winning, right? Like, there's nothing that can switch into it. Anything that resists it, that resists Dark, is getting hit for 50% with or probably more than that with Dark Tera and Wicked Blow at +2. It just does so much damage across the board. And it's a really good fun cleaner to go alongside Fezandipiti that you can bring in the back. So that's going to be it for a team breakdown. If you guys like this type of content, please leave a like for me. Let me know if you like when I try out, you know, kind of rare Pokemon or niche Pokemon that aren't really in the meta, just to see if we can build a team around them. And this is kind of like how I like to build. We take a niche Pokemon like Fezandipiti, and then we build like a solid core around it that's able to support it. So now we're able to use it. Because of course you can just swap out Fezandipiti for something like maybe a Tornadus or something that's more optimal. But we want to try to use like all the Pokemon that are like being introduced into the game, right? And at least build a team around it. So that's the idea, kind of like the content I like to do. But there is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. And let's get into these battles. So for our first match today, Dragonite, Ting Lu, haven't seen that in a while. Spectrier, Cresselia, Urshifu, and Sinistra. So this looks like a Protect Spectrier type team with Urshifu and Dragonite to finish things off that it can't. They're going to go Fezandipiti Iron Hands. Urshifu hits so much here. How can I not bring it? Actually, I want to lead these two. Amoongus for redirection if it sets up Trick Room. And then I bring Flutter because it also hits a lot for super effective. I believe I can stop whatever my opponent is trying to accomplish here. So what I want to do is Wild Charge Urshifu, switch out into Amoongus, and then put the Spectrier to sleep next turn. Wow, he didn't Tera the Spectrier. I wonder if he's going for a burn here. That's definitely Choice Scarf for Urshifu. It's not doing any damage. Are you support Spectrier? You are. We still pick up the KO on Urshifu. So that's one mon down. So the fact that it's support Spectrier actually makes it less intimidating. Because if I can start putting things to sleep with Amoongus, we'll be in a really good spot. What would you have done if I just went fake out into Urshifu and Wicked Blow Spectrier? Maybe his Focus Sash, the way he played that. I want to put Spectrier to sleep here. How much is this doing? Alright, so this is definitely super support. And we are faster than... We are faster than Tinglu. Oh. What? Oh, he's definitely choice band. He just attacked his own. Wow. That actually did a lot of damage. I guess I'll try to sport. I doubt I get it off, and I really don't want to take a choice band Earthquake on any of my two back, because I believe those are my win cons. And if he's just gonna click Earthquake into his own Spectrier, then I don't even have to attack it. Okay, there's a switch. But now we can hit everything with Wicked Blow since he's gonna go for a Tera. Unless he's Furry. Poison. Okay. I mean, that's fine, we can still hit it. So I think I can go for there's 2 E-Speeds KO. I can go for Choice Specs Dazzling and Tera. He's the threat right now because he's Choice Banded, so we need to remove him. And I believe this double up should remove it. And I don't think E-Speed is a 2-hit KO on Urshifu, but even if it is, he might be locked. Well, he's not Choice Band on Dragonite. He's definitely Choice Band on Tinglu. So he can swap between his moves. I wonder if he has Iron Head on Dragonite, because that could be kind of scary. Okay. He's gonna switch. I should have targeted the Dragonite, but I couldn't let him get off another Earthquake, right? Alright, so it's not a 2-hit KO, perfect. He's Life Orb, okay. So just in case he was multi-scale, perfect. He broke his own multi-scale. I think he would be inner focus if he used Life Orb though. Alright. And now we just double up in the Tinglu. I should be able to KO him. I still don't like how I played this. I feel like the Tinglu is a little bit more threatening than I expected it to be. Well, we did force it to Tera. And it kind of terrored when it didn't need to. I was already burnt on Iron Hands, right? But I guess he was expecting, you know, maybe close combat on Urshifu. That did enough. This should KO. Oh, it survives. We survive on both though, okay. Okay. This game's pretty much over. I'm shocked he was able to take that double up though. That means he might have should have stayed in with Tinglu, because if he stayed in, he would be reducing Flutter Mane's special attack damage, and my Gleam would have probably not picked up the KO on Dragonite, right? If he was gonna survive that double up anyway, and he could have did a little bit more work. I think my opponent could have won that game. But let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have Dondozo Tatsugiri with Alolan Ninetales and Glimmer, and Iron Hands with Ogerpon, Heartflame. So how do we want to go about this? I know he wants to get status onto me with Gamora. really think if Fezandipiti can get status on stuff, my Flutter Mane can clean up. I want to bring my own Iron Hands. And of course, Urshifu Flutter Mane. Put it back. Yep. I feel like his Ninetales is a big problem. But if we get it statused, then I think that Choice Specs, Ghost Tera, Flutter Mane can really clean through my opponent's entire team. And we'll have the speed advantage because of Fezandipiti. So we'll start slowing everything down here. That's a good protect. Is it double? That's a decent amount of damage. I'm not happy with it. But I don't want a Tera. I really want Fezandipiti to status some things. Missing the Ninetales is really bad there. Yeah, I pretty much lost this game already. I'm still faster. Oh yeah, I dropped this speed too. Okay. Nice, and that's a 1 KO there. We didn't bring Dondozo. I can still win this game. It's just gonna be tough. And I apologize. I got a little hungry, so I was munching on some chips while I was trying to think of a way to get out of this this game state. He should never protect Ogerpon here. You know I can go through. He still goes for it. What if I just went for it? Wow. Ooh. That crit definitely mattered. It looks like it's a slugfest between Iron Hands. How's his bulkier and hits a little bit harder than mine? We definitely need a crit here. There's a crit. Oh, and his Aurora Veil wears off. Okay, so mine's gonna be doing more damage now. We needed that crit right there. Oh, okay. Can we survive another one? So mine is stronger. He's just behind the veil. Alright, it comes down to this. Oh, we survived with 5. Can I KO? I can't believe we pulled this game off of our KO here. Oh, what? Oh man, the crit saved me, but I played to my outs. Oh man. Wow, what a game. And it's funny because earlier I just watched Eric Rios and Paul Ruiz have an end game with 2 iron hands just punching each other just like this. And I was wondering if Paul could win if he got a crit. And I ended up being in the same situation, but I got the crit that he didn't get, and I was able to win. But I think I would have won. My iron hands is a little bit stronger than his. And the reason for that is that it didn't seem like that's because he had the Aurora Veil up. So his seemed like it was hitting harder and was bulkier than mine's. But mine's is actually stronger. And his might just be a little bit more bulky. Because he was still doing like a little bit more damage than I was doing. But in the end, we ended up winning that because we got the crit. So the crit made up for him having the Aurora Veil and allowed us to balance it out. And we survived with 5 HP, which was beautiful. But let's get into the next one. Alright, we have Mason here. Another Ninetales plus Arm Bundle, but he has Chi-Yu and Dodge Bus. He has 2 different leads he can do. And he can go for the fire move next to Dodge Spun and Power Rip Heatran. And then he has Rillaboom for fake out and pivoting, plus passive healing. So Chi-Yu can go for Choice Scarf, Lava Plume, along with the Dodge Spun or the Heatran, which is pretty intimidating. I think I need to get Tailwind up. Flutter Mane is valuable in the back due to it being immune to body press. And I think I'll go Iron Hands because it's generally more bulky than these 2 in the back. But I like this. He may try to fake out. If he tears with Chi-Yu, then if we get Tailwind up, we'd be in a really good spot. So I didn't expect him to go with this lead, but I think it's still fine. We got to get some more value out of Fezandipiti. I kind of want to get the ball rolling with Iron Hands. There should be Terror on Iron Bundle. So probably Ghost. Perfect. Just a straight Blizzard. And there's the Veil. Alright, so we get Tailwind up. And now I can start clicking Icy Wind. Slowing things down. And we remove Ninetales. nice. I like that my Iron Hands can KO Ninetales one hit KO it even with the Veil up. Like Heavy Slam is so good on Iron Hands. I don't know why you would run Volt Switch. I get why you would do it, but wait, I could Tera here. Do I need to Tera any of these two? I could Tera Iron Hands here. Like Fire resists the Dark. Fire resists the Fire and the Blizzard that he's going for. I remove Chi-Yu, he's in a bad spot. Because if I get the, I should be able to outspeed my Flutter Mane if I get the Icy Wind off. I'm not confident that I will. But Bundle can't one-shot Flutter, so I'll be able to one-shot it back with a Choice Specs Hex. And I might be able to survive this turn with, yep, there's the Blizzard. No freeze, please. Oh, and we're faster than Chi-Yu, so we do get the Icy Wind off, perfect. So now we're setting up our Flutter Mane to come in and sweep. I may even outspeed Chi-Yu with Iron Hands right now. Ooh, perfect. So that's a one-hit KO with Hex. Oh, we get the poison on both. Let's see if we outspeed Chi-Yu here. Okay, we still don't, but it misses Iron Hands. So the Tera ended up not really helping us. Well, I guess we took less damage from the Blizzard due to Chi-Yu being on the field. But now we just one-hit KO Chi-Yu. Oh, it survives, but the poison's gonna kill it. So the poison did end up mattering. So thank you, Fezandipiti. This is the power of Fezandipiti right here. It slowed down the bundle. Got a poison on it, so now Hex one-shots that guaranteed. And we were able to pick up the Chi-Yu before it's able to do anything else. And if it's Dodge Bond in the back, I can switch out my Iron Hands. I don't need to switch it out. I can just KO Flutter. I mean KO Bundle here. It's Rilla, okay. Alright, so Rilla can go for like double glide, right? Oh, he just cancels. Nice. We didn't even get to see it, but that's the power of Fezandipiti. I was gonna say the game's not over because he can go for like, if he's choice band really, he might be able to one-shot Flutter, but he can go for like double glide, right? Protect Iron Bundle. And I was thinking about switching in Landorus to intimidate the Rilla, so it's not able to pick up enough damage on Flutter. But I just went ahead and went for it. But my opponent ended up not wanting to see the rest of that game play out. But this has been a fun couple of matches. Like I said, the second match, I thought I lost that match. So I was kind of like just breaking in between the match since I thought it was over and just, took a bite of some chips because I was pretty hungry. And I ended up, figuring out a way to get back into that game when I thought it was completely over. Which is, that's the beauty of this game sometimes, that you can think that a game is over, but there's always a way out if you stay in a game and just try to play towards your outs. And your opponent has to always continue to make the correct plays, right? And I think that I could have accelerated that game due to the fact that he went for Spiky Shield in front of Urshifu, when I could have just went for a Wicked Blow and went through his Protect, right? And then the game would have been accelerated a little bit more. But that's going to be it for that battle. Let's get to the next one. Wow. So we have 3 Alolan Ninetales in a row. This is insane. Well, we beat it twice by leading Iron Hands and Fezandipiti, right? So I don't see why we can't keep doing that. I think getting Tailwind up is valuable for like my Flutter to sweep. And I can't click Wicked Blow into, it doesn't matter about Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu's not that defensive. But I have Flutter, so I can deal with Iron Hands. If it tears, then I can hit it with Wicked Blow. And I'm going to remove that. So I still want to go with the Wicked Blow in the back. I think the Focus Sash is a little bit more valuable than, I mean, Landorus is okay here. But if I use my Tera on Iron Hands to survive if he leads Chi-Yu Flutter, then then Landorus is less valuable without his Tera into the Sinister. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Urshifu. That way, I really probably want to Tera my Iron Hands here. The Fire Tera was pretty good last game. So I expected this lead. Okay. So I'm threatening a KO on both. Chi-Yu's likely to Tera in the Ghost here. So I would like to go Heavy Slam, Flutter, and Tailwind. If I can get Tailwind off, then I'll be in a really good spot. Fezandipiti is bulky enough to be able to potentially get this off. And then they can KO it and I just bring my Flutter and kind of clean up with it. Okay, well that's a good protect. So he's kind of scouting me. Ooh! Oh, that was a critical hit. Alright, well had he went for an attack, yeah, so he went for the middle ground play. That crit is pretty bad in the Fezandipiti. I'm threatening his Flutter, so he may want to switch it. But if he does, then I get the Icy Wind off of Fezandipiti. And you can KO Fezandipiti and I just come in and sweep with my Flutter. Oh, he switches that slot. Okay. So we lose our Fezandipiti, but we do get our Flutter in. I think blasting his Iron Hands is a lot more valuable here. Because my Urshifu just one-shots Chi-Yu with a Sucker Punch, right? So let's see what he would have in the back. Because his Iron Hands is looking very tasty right now. He doesn't have a switch on for this. So I'm gonna double this slot. I mean, he does have Landorus. I think I don't need to double it. I'll just go for this just in case Chi-Yu Sash. And just blast this Iron Hands. Yeah. But that's a one-hit KO. Beautiful. And that's Choice Specs Moonblast. And his Chi-Yu is helping me out there. And we are faster with the Tailwind. So he's probably going to want to go for a dark type attack here. Yep, but it's fine. We should take that. Nice. And we are much faster. I think Chi-Yu might be Choice Scarf, but I'm not 100% sure because I'm outspeeding it, right? So I actually want to double the Sinister because Trick Room can be valuable for it. And it has Rage Powder, so it can redirect away my Sucker Punches. He doesn't have Protect on Chi-Yu, so we could have just finished it there. Yeah, but I think this is worth it. Because, I mean, Chi-Yu might take out... Yeah, it's going to take out Iron Hands, but we always got the guaranteed win with a Sucker Punch from Urshifu. This team is actually pretty good. Like, it took me, you know, the first video, I took, like, a couple losses. And the practice game, I took a couple losses. And now we're just, like, we're rolling now that I didn't figure out how to use this team. And it is really strong when it's used the correct way. Did my Tailwind expire? It did. But either one of these should be able to pick up the KO. And like I said, Urshifu just comes in and clicks Sucker Punch to end the game. Oh, he's not Choice Scarf. I think he's Choice Specs. And a Choice Specs crit from Chi-Yu, it still couldn't one-shot Fezandipiti. And that's how good Fezandipiti, like how bulky it is. And this is the way that you use Fezandipiti, right? You lead it, you get Tailwind up, and then you bring your sweepers in the back. And you kind of clean up from there. But like, and if you get a poison at any point, like Flutter Mane, like Choice Specs Hex, is just obliterating everything. There's not many things that resist the ghost types. And that's other dark types, right? And Flutter covers for that perfectly, right? And then the normal types, you can just hit them with like Dazzling Gleams or just use Urshifu or your Iron Hands. So this team has really good coverage and really good synergy. And like I said, we didn't even have to bring the Landorus or the Amoongus to that match. Because I feel like they didn't really fit the idea of what I wanted to do. And like I've kind of played that perfectly. Like I don't think a single turn I would change. And you know, I think that potentially Landorus could have been better into the Iron Hands, but the fact that he just left the Iron Hands there, I probably would have switched it into Sinister. Just in my opinion, I feel like he probably should have switched it. But Sinister would have still got removed. Well, it would have been brought down to very low health, but he would be able to reset his fake out. But we just wiped the Iron Hands off, and that was like the biggest threat because we can't really hit it with Urshifu. But that's going to be it for that. Let's get into one final game. Alright, our final match of the day. Dragonite, Rillaboom, Sableye, Chien-Pao, Ursaluna, and Heatran. So what does my opponent want to do here? Sableye can be tricky. Will-O-Wisp, Trick, Disable. I think I want to go Amoongus Flutter. Landorus. He doesn't have Trick Room. I think Amoongus putting something to sleep is valuable. I actually don't like Landorus as much. I like Iron Hands a little bit more. Yeah, I like Iron Hands a little bit more. I think Dragonite Chien-Pao is the scariest lead from him. But I think that since I lack dark types on my team, from his perspective, he may want to lead Sableye. Yep. I'm just gonna click Gleam and try to put Sableye to sleep. he's going for big damage turn 1. Is that into Amoongus? Alright, so now we bring out Urshifu and we just pressure the... And I'm just gonna put Sableye to sleep. Once it's sleep, it's pretty much useless, right? And anything that comes in is taking a full power Wicked Blow. And I'm dark, so Sableye can't go for any tricks to like slow me down or do anything. It can't go for like Quash or nothing like that. And I think the idea behind this Blood Moon is that he probably goes for Quash so that it moves first, even though it's genuinely slower. Wait, what? What? Encore makes it move first, like after you? What? I did not know that. Well, he's already used his Tera. So I mean, you can burn Iron Hands, but like it's already doing enough damage here. Alright, something's taking a Wicked Blow though. Dragonite's not feeling happy about the Wicked Blow. And if you're multi-scale, we just broke it. Okay, well that's not ideal. This Sableye is so irritating. I need to stall out turns for Iron Hands to break. Oh, that's such a good play. Wow. So I did not know. That's a really... So if you Encore Blood Moon, it makes Blood Moon move first. I got 2 more turns of being Encore. I should have just went for Drain Punch or Wild Charge. And I saw he had Encore too, and I still went for Drain Punch. If he switches Sableye back in here, then he wins the game. Why did I go for fake out there? Yeah, that play was a little bit too obvious. Sableye just wrecked me here. I mean, there's no way that I could have known. Well, now I know that. If you guys see Sableye plus Ursaluna, yeah, Sableye plus Ursaluna, Encore can make. Yeah, Encore can make Blood Moon move first, and it can use it again twice in a row. I didn't think that would make it go first, though. I should have just Sucker Punched. Yeah. Well played by my opponent. The play that I misplayed was I should have just knocked out Sableye. Yeah, I should have knocked out Sableye. Because my Iron Hands was positioned very well to win this game. Sableye is such a tricky Pokemon, man. We're going to play one more game because I want to end this video with a win with this team. Because we were on a pretty good win streak. So we're gonna end it on a win. But wow, I did not. That's like a broken mechanic. Like I don't understand why. How does Encore make Blood Moon move first though in the priority bracket? I get like it's almost like Instruct or something, right? Or like After You. Like Encore makes you repeat the move, but usually you repeat that move when it's your turn. Like when you Encore something into a Protect, right? It goes for Protect after like the moves have already played out, like the turn that it would have went. Like so, if his teammate is faster, or if your partner next to the Encore user is faster, they're gonna move first, and then that mon is gonna go for Protect in the middle of the turn, right? And it's gonna fail. So that's crazy to me. But let's get into one more game. All right, so we have another Sableye and another Alolan Ninetales, but we're gonna beat this Sableye. All right. So he has Landorus, which is really good into Iron Hands. I kind of want to leave Fezandipiti and clean up with these two. That's what I want to do. We'll bring Fezandipiti for the final game. Alright, so what we're gonna do is start off by taunting this thing. Like once we get Sableye in the end game against Urshifu, we can't do anything. Oh. So this is what we gotta play with. So we removed the Hypnosis user, and we burned a turn of sleep already. So we can't get around getting hit by. I think I just want to remove Sableye. Tera, Icy Wind. If we wake up here, we'll be in a good spot. I mean, that's fine. I'm not really relying on Iron Hands anymore. It got rid of the Ninetales. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, snap. Please wake up, Fezandipiti. I need you right now. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I really need Fezandipiti to wake up. Oh, he read me switching into Iron Hands. Oh, we survive on 4. Please, Fezandipiti. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So Sableye's taking chip. Now I'm gonna Tailwind. And he can't do any shenanigans with Sableye now that I have Urshifu right here. So now we got the chip, so we should be able to take out. Let me just taunt this thing, man. It's so irritating. Sableye can't do anything in the Urshifu. He can't protect in front of it. I don't know what he has in the back. Okay, he disabled Icy Wind. That's fine. We're not going for that. So now Sableye's completely useless. Nice. Let's go. Let's go, Fezandipiti. All because it woke up. And the Normal Tera saved us from getting KO'd by the +2 Sandshare. Let's go, Fezandipiti. So we get our revenge on Sableye for what it just did to us the last game. So what's his last? Oh yeah, Salamax. Beautiful. Yeah, we just clicked Tailwind and then we went with you click Tailwind and then just went with Flutter Mane. And that's not even enough to KO. Beautiful. I think Sableye's struggling here. And Tailwind's up. Let's go, Fezandipiti. It might even get both KOs here. Let's struggle. And Fezandipiti's gonna finish him off. Let's go, Fezandipiti. Tech. Dazzling. Let's go. Fezandipiti. That's how you use this mod. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I am so impressed with this Pokemon. This has been a wonderful video, and you know, I'm happy that we got to showcase it. Alright, so getting into our mid-range review. Fezandipiti, it's okay. It's giving me Monkey Dory vibes where It doesn't really do a lot of damage. It does stay on the field longer than Monkey Dory, but it does get KO'd. We did have it in a couple of matches where it was valuable, but it still just takes a lot of damage, and it kind of like the ability is good, like poisoning things, but then it's kind of slow to get going, right? I think it might be better with screens. Like I said, this is my first time trying to use it, and I try to make it valuable. Every Cresselia we tried to fight against, like in practicing and in battles, they were all mental herbs, so taunt ended up being absolutely useless for us, right? But the idea is that you can taunt like Amoongus, taunt Cresselia, stop trickling cores, and go from there. The Iron Hand set, of course, Landorus, Amoongus, these sets are always consistent. I've used these sets before on a lot of different teams, and they're always, you know, very good as far as like bringing them together. Like Iron Hands, Amoongus, and Landorus makes a good core. You can add those three to any other three Pokemon, and they're gonna mesh well. They're gonna fit good. They give you everything. They give you Fake Out, they give you Redirection, they give you Intimidate, and all three of those are very valuable in a format where you have a lot of powerful Pokemon and you need ways to slow them down. And like Redirection plus putting them to sleep is really good. You know, having this, they be able to outspeed and threaten a lot of things with flying damage and having Intimidate is very valuable. Being immune to ground and electric is also really good for Landorus. And Iron Hands just being very bulky, be able to sponge up a lot of special attacks, and being able to remove Flutter Mane with a one-hit KO if it doesn't tear into something that resists Heavy Slam. Even while Iron Hands is intimidated, is really valuable because Flutter Mane is still like the #1 usage Pokemon in the format. So being able to have a good matchup into that is really valuable for Iron Hands. The Flutter Mane set was amazing. The Power Gem came out a couple matches. The one against Palafin, I probably should have just went for Dazzling Gleam and we would have won that game. So that was just, you know, probably, you know, a misplay by me. But I was still learning how to use this team and getting better with it. And, you know, I look forward to the next video having, you know, better matches with this team. And we did get to showcase this Urshifu set. This Urshifu set is really fun and strong. It might not be like the best fit for it on this team, but it's really powerful, and I like that I added it on here because it gives me a way to sweep other teams. You just have to worry about those fighting types, right, that resist it, or other dark types, and you can kind of brush that up with, you know, having Flutter Mane to deal with those fighting types, but you really need a little bit more speed control, and that's why you have the Tailwind on the Fezandipiti. But that's going to be it for this battle. There is a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Pokebase down in the description below. And let me know with a comment what you guys think about Fezandipiti. Have you tried it out yet? Have you been able to get wins with it? But that's going to be it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.